Hello, gorgeous George. How are you? And David Piper, how are you, sir? Hope you are well and you're very welcome. Patrick, how are you? Now, I'll just wait till a few more people come along here. Hopefully they do. Thomas, you're very welcome. How are you, sir? I hope you've got plenty of questions tonight. Hello, it's Slick Slicers. Eric, how you doing? I haven't got a whole lot planned for tonight. I'll be honest with you. I was round at my daughter's for she'd done a Mother's Day dinner for my wife, and I had a big feed, and we came back home again, and I fell asleep like an old man in the chair, and I've just woke up about 15 minutes, and there's nothing in my head. I just come on for a chat. Did anybody else do you know? I don't know. Is it Mother's Day, Mothering Sunday over in America as well today? Hello, Menace with Knives. How are you, Matt Baker? And if I do miss you as you're coming up, I apologise. Chapoo, how are you, sir? What a great name. I fell asleep. Okay. You get to a certain age, don't you? When you have a big meal, that's it. Nothing but a good sleeping behind the chair. There's Estee Norman. Hello, mate. How are you? I'd just like to say, get well soon. He's just come out of hospital, um, and I hope he's feeling good tonight. Oh, I'm only 26. Well, you'll not feel it yet, gorgeous George. Crazy knife freak. How you doing, Peter? Well, there we go. We got 12. Now, what's in the box? Seven, Ali. Is it seven, Ali? Seven? Um, what's in the box? Well, look, if you've been around my channel a bit, um, I have been started collecting fold and slip joints more seriously about a year ago, and I was going through the other. It was last week, one last weekend. Maybe I was going through all the slip joints I had, and it was a disgrace how many I've collected in just over a year. How many more I've collected just over a year, and a lot of the ones that I've got now are quite good. And I was just throwing them all in this fold up bag, and I thought, do you know, I want something nice for my slip joints. So I was on Amazon. I seen this here. It cost 12 quid, about $15 delivered to my door, and I thought this looks nice because I have my big boxes, for my other knives, and I got this for my sort of better higher end slip joints, and it just looks lovely. It really does look lovely. You're right, Eric. I am totally addicted now, and I've started really collecting the models in the better, not better brands. I mean, all knives are good. I don't care what price they cost. That's the one thing about me. Price means nothing. If it's a nice knife, it's a nice knife. But those in the UK, I got this one this week from a maker over here that I had never had before. It's the Big Pruner. Beautiful big knife. It's from, if I can bring that up to let you see, it's A. Wright and Son Limited, Sheffield. And it's the C70 carbon fibre. But look at the handle material. Look at how it is just lovely. Now, they're not, the sides aren't particularly even. The fit and finish, most of the way round the knife, brass liners, is really good. But at the back here, it just lets itself down. There's a big gap at the back. Can you see there? Now, that and this wee bit here is the only thing that lets it down. Other than that, there is no movement at all in the blade. Absolutely no side to side. Lovely knife and just nice quality for a pruning or a mushroom knife or whatever you want to call it. But I was really pleased with it, and it wasn't dear at all. I think it was about £22, but it was just a model I didn't have a good knife of, so I just went and got that, and I was really pleased with it. I've now got all freakish, and all the blades have to be pointing up the way. Oh, for those of you who are interested, my custom knife that I bought last week, probably a couple of weeks ago now, but I've been carrying this a lot. Um, this is C70 carbon steel. I don't know much about it. Maybe those of you out there do like it. I was thinking, would you like me to do a cut test with this one before I do the final review? Do a bit of a cut test on it, and let's see just what the blade steel can do. Because I think before you buy a knife like this, if the blade steel's not what you want, I mean, I'll never want this to do a whole lot of work. I will carry this and I'll use it for any job that comes up, but I wouldn't want it to do a whole lot of work. That's not why I bought the knife. I bought it for the beautiful handle, the beautiful file work. I mean, it's just in the hand, it is lovely. This is his ergonomic handle, and it really is very ergonomic. So, if you would like me to do a cut test, just my wee cut test, nothing too strenuous. So I have a review of that coming this week. I have a review of the proper coming this week. I probably next week I'll have a review of the Heine Haynes. This is their exclusive red UK PK. Been carrying that a lot this week. Really love that, I have to say. That's a nice knife. And there was me never going to buy a Spyderco again. Now, here's something I done, and I don't know whether everybody knows about them. These are little quick thumb studs that you can add to any knife. And this is a lovely Boker knife. It's a limited run edition. I put it on here, and this, although this is a slip joint, it just makes it a whole different knife. It really does, and I think it looks quite well. It fits in. It gives your finger somewhere to push against. Really nice. This is a Boker. But let me just get around here to IC. There we are. It's the, oh, come on, Boker Hauser. And it's in 440C, like most Boker knives. But it's a slip joint. But having that thumb stud, I think, really adds to that knife. And I also, what I done this week as well, my little Buck 55. I had a brass one lying about. And I've been using this an awful lot to open just boxes around the house and that when I get them, and I thought, oh, that'll look a bit odd, and it is a bit odd, but it is nice, and it makes it a one-hand opener, and you close it in your trouser leg with ease because it's a lockback. But really enjoying that. So, do any of you have a big slip joint collection? But I don't concern you any other than enjoying it, Paddy, if you love it. Thomas, you're so right. You have to. You just have to love. Well, not have to. I just love knives. I couldn't give a monkey's. I've also got lovely pouches here with my Rough Riders and well, they're all Rough Riders in there, and they're beautiful knives. I keep, going on. That buckshot. Look at that. For like a $15 knife, you just can't beat that. It's just gorgeous. And I've really slipped into slip joints. I just find them. For me, I can only have so many titanium. The higher end knives tend to be just all titanium and flippers, and once I've got a few of them, I'm sort of satisfied. I don't have the want now. I know everybody's got to be different, but I've just enjoyed slip joints because each one of these has a different purpose. It was made for a purpose, where a lot of our normal knives were just made, to be knives. Now, this is my favourite knife in the whole world, still is, but it's what I would call, a normal knife. All right, it's a high-end normal knife, but, and I still love them. But the slip joints at the moment are giving me that little bit of history. I've actually sent off for a book that I can do a wee bit of reading up on patterns and what you should look for if you're out looking for knives. Any tips on good places to pick up older and maybe second-hand slip joints in the UK? Prefer to shop in real life than online. Do you know, I really wish I had. I have no idea. I'm not very good on the computer at looking. I can look at Amazon and things like that, but I'm not very good at finding new places. But when I do, I actually like this slip joint, this one here, Michael May. Um, he makes slip joints for you. He'll make a slip joint. Now, if you didn't want the file work, he'll make a slip joint like this for you for about £60 in the UK. He's in Sheffield, which I think is brilliant. And he has some really beautiful patterns there that he does. And they're anywhere between 60 and £100. And I know that's a lot of money for some, but what you're getting for it, I think, is great quality. I'm waffling on here. I always buy slip joints in the Christmas pack after Christmas. When they put, do you know, I wish we had that over here. We just don't have it over here in the UK. You can go on to Heine Haynes or the big companies over here, um, and you can buy them, but they never have them knocked down prices like you would have over in America, Canada, Australia. I suppose is the same sort of. The Rough Rider, playing on my Rough Rider Copperhead as we speak. It's perfect. Yeah, I mean, Rough Riders are the best bang for you. But Rough Rider are the slip joint version of my Ganzos. Steve, how you doing? Nice to see you. And Adventure Outdoors UK. Um, yes, I mean, Rough Riders are the Ganzo of the slip joint word for me because, all right, they're not maybe, well, a lot of them are perfect, but they're lesser materials, shall we say, for want of a better word. But I done a steel test on one the other week, a cut test, and it was blooming amazing for what you're buying. They're just stainless steel. I mean, I cut and sliced about 100 times through cardboard, and it was still cutting paper. So, for a little cheap knife, to me, that's good enough. Favorite slip joint in my collection. That's from Justin over at Blue Collar Survival, and you're very welcome, Justin. Favorite? Oh well, I mean, this is really not going to be a big surprise, Justin. This is the one I bought just to remind myself of my father, but it's not why it's my favorite knife. If you like, this is the Hinderer, and this is a UK carry version of the Hinderers. I love the look of Hinderers. They're a big solid work knife, but this is a slim blade. It's absolutely stunning. It's the CPM 20 CV. Just a beautiful blade steel. It is nearly impossible to close this on yourself, even holding back here. It's Rick Hinder just designed it. Look at that. It will not cut me. I can push that as hard as I like, and it won't cut me. And trust me, this blade is sharp. But I just love everything about it. And there you go. There's a modern traditional. Um, I just even the clips on these. I don't want the deep carry because I love this clip, which goes against everything else that I like. But because this is legal to carry here, the deep pocket carry clip on traditionals isn't as important over here. Which this is strange. Like I can carry that knife here, but yet I can't carry a locking knife. Let me just show you. I can't carry that wee locking knife. Just this wee. There you go. It's a wee Tucson. I can't carry this because there's a lock on it, but I can carry this. What sense does that make in anybody's world? So yes, that would be my favourite. I just love it, and I paid a fortune for it. That was about £280. So equate that over to American dollars. It's quite a lot of money for me, but it was bought for a lovely reason, and I don't regret a penny of it. Now, did I show you that was my? Anybody see this was the Manly Wasp in S90V, but it was in the camo and I dyed it. I don't know whether you've seen my little dye videos. Has anybody thought, there's David Wilson, my grandson. Hello, David, how are you? Dave Donkey, how are you? My God, Mississippi knife nut. Yes, I dyed the Manly Wasp. Gosh, it came out really well, didn't it? And that was the Digi camo they do. Beautiful. I've had a lot of fun actually this last week or two dyeing a lot of my knives. Um, so I have a video up there, but I dyed quite a few. Where are we? Let me show you another one that I done. He says, looking frantically. Oh yes, that's the one I done yesterday and done the wee video on. It's the wee artisan cutlery tradition, the small one. It was green, OD green, and it come out absolutely beautiful. I love the way artisan do their G10 handles. I Paddy, it's a nice rock of shiny things. It is. It's absolutely lovely. To be honest with you, I am, when I open my box of knives, I am constantly grateful for what I've got. Now, so we'll take that off and put some other eye candy on. But they're here. If anybody wants to ask any knives, about any knives at all in my collection, I've got them all around me here so I can get them out. I keep looking at them. Yeah, they're Manly knives. They're brilliant. And they do, Aquadani, hello there. They do a version with 12C28 or whatever, the Sandvik steel one. And Super Seal Steve's done a video on a cut test video, and it was amazing. It really got huge numbers for what is, a basic knife. Do you have a lion steel? Yes, I do have the lion steel. I have the lion steel Dom. Oh, the lion steel Dom, and this is M390. All the lion steels are. It is a beautiful knife. I put a lovely edge in that now. It is an absolutely beautiful knife, and that M390 just lasts for ages. Hello, Danny. Hi, that's another one of my grandsons. Oh, there's Jake. I have about 3 of my grandchildren, so please keep the language to I love it when they come on and watch. Answer anywhere in the UK and certainly not in Scotland. Sorry, that must have been something else. Eye candy. I thought you were bringing the wife out. Oh, Dave, you're a bad man. You're a bad man. Yes, the Lion Steel is a lovely. I wish I had have bought. It wasn't out at the time, but I wish I've had. There was a new one out, and it's got like the Benchmade 940 blade on it. Is it a sofa? I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but I wish I had got that. And maybe sometime in the future, I'll get it. It's really lovely. It has that reverse tanto on it, which is gorgeous. One of my favourite blade shapes. Anybody seen these that I've been showing this week? These are a new company now that's come out. Oh, there it is. Hello, Motor Mike and Aravanti Jelkum. Nasty Renegade John, how are you? Yeah, the sheep's foot is lovely and that, and I mean, it's just, as a worker, it's brilliant. I'm sorry, I love your nice street, my car. I love that lion steel. Yeah, you can't fault the lion steels, I have to say. And, for M390 on the blade, they're value for money. Now, the other question that springs to mind is, do you need M390 in a slip joint? And that really is just personal preference. I don't know whether I would say that I actually need it. Yes, I've done a video. This new company, it's called damndesigns.com. And they sent me, this is a little tool. It's got hex bits here, or not hex bits, what do you call them? Things for turning screws. Bottle opener, little pry bar. But they are just a 1/4 inch and other sizes of... Somebody help and stop laughing at me. What do you call them little bits? Somebody must got it. Luce, how are you? Nice to see you. You're very welcome to the channel. Hex. Yes, little hex bits that you can use. They're good for people who use bicycles, things like that. They always have the different, and this is just lovely. It's titanium, but it's really, really good. And they sent nooks, which I thought I would never use. This nook is absolutely, because it's so smooth. You see when you close your hand on it, it really, I'll put it in this finger, the single one, it's just so comfortable. You wouldn't feel it at all. So there's videos up on them. It's a new company, so and new to me anyway. He has been going for a while, and he has some really exciting things for the future. So I'll be showing his stuff. It's not something I've ever done before, but I love variety of things. So I keep. I don't get a whole lot of sponsors, but the sponsors I like, it's usually different. Big Red EDC. I watched yours earlier on today. I just couldn't get to see it live. It's just a really bad time for me here, but I always watch it each week and I watch it afterwards the next day. So it was a really good show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you very much for that. If you don't follow Big Red EDC, he does a Saturday night, a Saturday knife live. Most Saturdays, sometimes he's working, he doesn't get them, but it's a really worthwhile going over, and there's some cracking people come on for a chat. So much like this, he's very laid back, likes all sorts of different knives, like most of us do. Um, I think you have to make videos. I think you have to actually like lots of different kind of knives. Anybody got any strange knife collections that they have, or any strange knives that they're constantly on the lookout for? Now let's get you some eye candy. I haven't had this boy out for a while. Dave's he's on. He's got his knuckle dusters. Not at all. I would teach them how to use them. Now there's a again. It's a knife. I haven't had it out this last few weeks, but this I constantly use this again. Again, it's not for heavy use for me. It's more just around the house in my tracky bottoms. The Landstable 940 blade looks great, but I can't find it. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Ever considering bushcraft knives? Well, sticks. I'm just saying sticks is STX. I done my bushcraft. If you go back and watch last week's one, I had all my bushcraft knives in here on the table. They were just everywhere, and my choppers and things like that that I would use for bushcrafting. So yes, I mean, again, I was a bushcrafter before I was a knife collector. I liked my bushcraft. There was no fancy knives, and I just wanted things that done the job. The chopper I used for breaking up wood was a kitchen knife. Now, granted, it was a good quality kitchen knife, but I used it for years. Let's look at it. CK Limited run, the Lion Steel. I was on Collector Knives last night, just funny enough, and they were on there then. There was a few. Now some were sold out, but there was a couple still for sale on it. But I'm actually saving for other things in my head at the minute. Rhino 54, Chad, you are very welcome. Always on the lookout for old Hubertus lever locks. Do you know, I've never heard of that. Never heard of it. If Chad, if you ever get the chance, well, you wouldn't send me a wee picture of one of them. You can send it to my Instagram channel, private message me there, or you can get me on my email, which is sganderson@gmail.com. I'll put it down below after this video. I would love to see a picture. I've never heard of that at all. Hubris, am I pronouncing it right? Sticks, cheerio, thank you very much indeed for popping in. Yes, what else have we got down here? What else have I got? Heard somebody the other day talking about this wee knife, and it's not one that I would. This is the wee Tangram, and I got it because of the button lock, and somebody was saying theirs isn't particularly good. This wee one is all right. It's very, it's pretty well drop shut. I like it. It's very slippy in hand. That's my only thing. I'm really going to have to get some grip tape. Is it hockey tape or whatever we would sort of call it over here, to put on handles like this, just wee bits, maybe even on the back side of the handle, that would give me a bit more grip. This is incredibly slippy, but a nice knife. I'm going to have my blue knives out. As you know, I love blue knives. My EDC is the PM2 and the ZT, the carbon fiber handle. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I have a beautiful PM2. I just put the aluminium scales on that recently. Really does make a difference for grip and comfort. Mike Victor came sticky. Who was that? Don't bother me none. Hello, how are you? Hannah Bowden, you're very, very welcome, Hannah. Yes, what else? The only CT that I have, I say only, I just love this one, is the zero tolerance. And this is one that Tony Meter had done for me and got it, anodized, and it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, Hannah, you're very welcome. What's your favourite knife? What would be your favourite EDC knife? I'm picking on you, Hannah, but just because I don't really know you yet. I think there is a European site distributing them too. Oh, right, I must try that. Menace with Knife, the ZT is just a beautiful knife. The anodization on it is just perfect. And funny, I've knocked it and I've hit it against things. I thought, oh no, I've scratched that. Got to go, John. Take care, my friend. All the very best. I know, I'll keep looking. Yeah, I'll look afterwards as well. I can see if I can find it. Last night I had a look, and I'm sure it was Collector Knives, and they had a couple free. The curve of the knife is very attractive. It really is just beautiful. Yes, Dave, women love knives as well. And I'm really fortunate that there's more and more women, which is, I think is great, getting involved in the knife community. And it really does open it up because it's funny, it was a Blade HQ. I don't know whether you watch their weekly videos. I love their weekly videos. But they went around the knife shops and they were asking the women employees what they carry. And it was amazing. They just carry the exactly same as us. There was hardly any difference whatsoever, and they carry them for the same reason. So there's not many hobbies um, that just you can swap over. My daughter got me in with knives, Menace with Knives, absolutely brilliant. Um, I've a little daughter, one of my daughters now. My daughters are, she's nearly 40 now, but she would be on my Instagram page every morning just to have a look because she likes just the look of it. It's pretty. It's not that she's a knife person or she wants one, but she just likes looking at them. So, yeah, I just think there's more and more, and it just builds up the community. The more people have, the more buying power you get. What else have we got here? What else have we got that's blue? Oh, here. This is something else I done this week. I put choils on all my Spydercos. There's the little, you see the little choil, the little notch cut in, which is for sharpening. If you don't know, it just means you can sharpen the blade right up to the edge and you don't get that smile. Hannah, I would love to learn how to throw a knife correctly. Gosh, wouldn't that be good? I don't know how to do it. I've thrown it with my bushcraft knives, but they were cheap ones. But yeah, I think you can buy most of these big knife companies sell throwing knives, and you can start off with cheap ones. It's something I would love to do with my grandkids. Just get a clap of throwing it. Now, my older grandchildren, obviously. Paddy, I just sent you a couple of pics. Oh, Chad, that's so nice of you. Thank you very much. I'd never Hubertus. Anybody else heard of them? I'd never heard of them. Another thing that I can aim for is getting one of them. Good shop in Plymouth. Are you from Plymouth, Hannah? I served all my most of my naval. I was in the Navy for 12 years. So I was, most of my ships, all my ships were Plymouth based. Pretty sure Rough Rider make throwing knives. There's somebody else, Hannah, that's just Rough Rider make throwing knives, so they will be very budget. Go to Bud K and get the cheap throwing knife. Yeah, sort of we're over in Hannah's in the UK as well, so to get it from Bud K delivered over here would just be horrendous. Are there any good British knife makers these days? Well, I find it incredibly difficult to find one. I have found a young lad who's definitely on the. I've showed this just before. Sorry if you've seen that. This is one I just had made for me over in Sheffield. Um, it's not perfect, but it is a beautiful and function wise, it is made perfection. There's no movement at all. Beautifully crafted. This is an ergonomic handle. Um, Beautifully made knife. Couple of little. I'm going to do a review on it this week. So if you look out this week for the review, this is a fella called Michael May in Sheffield. Um, I'd done a video a week or two ago, and I put up one of his. Somebody had made a video of his workshop, and it's really quite. It's really old fashioned. He bought all his tools from a retiring knife maker. Oh, Taylor's Eyewitness is another one. Michael May, Arthur Wright, yes. My friend wants the purple one. It is a beautiful. It really just is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful knife. I have another one. I have to send this one away, which so I have it out of my system. It's going to a friend. Now there's a beautiful knife with a lovely tie-in on it. This is the wee Spyderco. They are quite dear, but you'd be amazed how much you would use this wee knife. So that's to go off. I've been saying that for about a month now, and I still haven't done it. That's to go off. And then I got myself the little man bug. Anybody else like the Spyderco man bugs, ladybugs? I got this. This is in ZDP 189. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely. She takes a razor edge. So yes, I love small knives. I have quite a few. Let's just go down to some of the small knives I got. On the cheaper side, there's a Tucson. It's probably about $30 for that. The wee Tucson. I also have, this is a Tuya knife. A long, thin little EDC knife. These are more secondary blades. And then there's the front flipper, which I done a review on this week. It's another beautiful little knife. This one is just on its way to Jonas over in Sweden. And this is a Bestech Zen, I believe they call it. I traded this with John. He's away now, but did I see somebody saying, have you got any case knives? I only have one case knife. And this is it. This is the mini trapper. And just the blue synthetic, but a beautiful knife. This was a gift. Absolutely love this knife. I love the trapper pattern. I love the spay blade on any knife. Hi Paddy. San Remo just make amazing little small knives, and I used to have a huge collection of them. And to be honest with you, I think I've given most of them away now. This is another wee knife that a lot of people don't like. I sometimes buy clones because I couldn't afford this. This is the wee copy. This is $8 on AliExpress, and it's absolutely cracking. It's a hollow grind that goes down to the thinnest edge. I don't know what it is, probably 8CR13 or something, but it's a knockoff of the Menundi. I love this, and I do carry this one quite often, especially if the work's going to be a bit dirty or whatever. I'll use this because it's just a wee cheapie. What else have I got? Here's another knife, one of the most underrated knives. There you are, San Remo. This is the San Remo. I can't even remember what number it is. It's the 710, which was one of the first clones that hit the main markets quite a few years ago. Moto Mike, you have quite an array of colours there. Yeah, I love coloured knives. I have to say now, blue would be my favourite, but the likes of this stonewash and all, I think is beautiful. This is about $10, this wee knife, 8CR13, but oh my goodness, what a lovely, comfortable little work knife. There's a blade on it. You know, it's not bad blade stock on it. Really is well cut, well ground. Lovely. It's you know, it really takes a screaming edge. Lovely. I haven't had that out in a while, but I mean, I would never get rid of that. Simply, I mean, it's a cheap, really, it is $10. San Remo, as good as any knife you'll get out there. Two of the wee Menundis, they're not good enough for me to shell out. No, they're not worth £400. But, but I'm saving for one. I probably never get it. There's another knife. This is just a wee knockoff, and I don't want to go into just knockoffs, but because a lot of people don't like them, but I'll buy them every now and then. This is a beautiful little knife from GearBest. I think it was about 30 quid. It's titanium. I've no idea, and they don't even put on it what, or they say D2, but whether it's D2 or not, I've no idea. Now, it's not got any markings on it, but it is a real good stumpy little work knife. But a clone, you know what I mean. The techno copy is lovely, Alan. Yeah, it's a real nice wee knife. A real nice wee knife. I think that's all of my smaller. Well, probably I'm missing the one that I. Where is it? Oh, here it is. There. Here's another little small one. This is the bird. This is the cheaper version that Spyderco do, and it's with 8CR13 made in China by Spyderco. This is the Dragonfly. Now the Dragonfly is about 70 quid over here, and this is about 30. So I bought this just so I have a size comparison. I had clones, but and now I can give them. I'm giving them to friends that I know is not going to sell them on, but they're friends that I know that would like them. So that is just a beautiful little knife, really handy, and a full four-finger grip on a knife that's not even, what is it? It's about 5 inches long, and you get a full four fingers. I have medium to large hands. Beautiful. Any balisongs, Paddy? No, I've never even seen or held a balisong other than on the channels. And balisongs was not something I ever grew up with. We weren't allowed because of our stupid rules. Our knife laws have always been bad. So as a youngster, you didn't get. I ran about with a big knife that I got in the Sea Cadets, which is a big heavy. Actually, one of the boys that's on there, he has one of the Slick Slicers has one. He's done a review on it. And I run about with a big heavy naval knife for years and years. But no, I really didn't get into knife collecting until what, maybe 3 4 years ago. Maybe 3 4 years ago when I really started to get the bug. And most of the time, if you go back on my channel, it was mostly Ganzos, it was mostly cheap knives, San Remo. I had a huge collection of them. Especially I must not rust like 440C. Yeah, 440C can tend to rust. You just have to sort of look after them. I'm quite lucky where I am. I don't have a big problem with rust. But like you're talking about value, there's the Ganzo. That's the Ganzo copy of um the Spyderco Delica, or in fact there's a bird knife as well. But these two here, this is a better steel. Well, it's 440 steel, and this one's got VG10, so it's a bit better, this one. But the budget version of the Spyderco has 8CR13, and this is 440. This costs you about $9 or $10 on GearBest or some of the other shopping channels too. I honestly believe this is the best budget knife out there. It is absolutely stunning. It has all the ergonomics. You can get up. 440C sharpens easily if you're at work or whatever. Ganzo makes a great poor man's 940. Yes, it was my go-to knife for years. There it is. There's the Ganzo version of the 940, which was the Pusser's Dirk. Yeah, I had it for years as a child, teenager. Can you make knives? No, never tried to make a knife at all. Never tried at all. But this, I just loved this knife for years. And I'm doing a giveaway tonight on this. Last week, sorry, I never even apologised. Last week I got cut off in mid-flow. There was a power cut and there was about 40,000 houses out in this part of Northern Ireland, and they were out from 15 minutes to 2 hours. Of course, my area was 2 hours. It's not something we get that much of over here, I'm happy to say. But that's why I went away last week, and by the time 2 hours was up, I'm afraid I was in my bed. This is just coming up to 10 o'clock at night here. So, yes, Ganzo's I love. Well, yes, I'm going to do a giveaway. In fact, I'm going to do the giveaway now. So if you're in now, you can get in on the giveaway. It's not going to be open to. You're going to find out who wins it now. Okay, this is to make up for last week. And what I'm doing, I'm giving. It's an orange handled one of these, and then I'm going to throw in another knife, and I'll throw in wee bits and pieces and some Paddy potato peelers stickers for you. I'll make up a wee pack for whoever wins it. And this is just for those who turn up on a Sunday night and make my evening for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a knife, and it's a very distinctive sound to this knife. Anybody who guesses the sound wins. The first one to put it up on here wins. So I'm going to do the giveaway now. Okay, so listen for this click. The first person that does it will get the giveaway prize. So, listen. No, 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 no. Not nobody's got it yet. I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue. It's a small knife. Here we go. Listen again. Can you hear that okay? Keep guessing. No. No. Very, very close. I need the name of it. Yes, Glock Gaston. Glock Gaston. If you contact me with your details, you have won. It was, in fact, the little Spyderco man bug. Glock Gaston, you have won the giveaway. Congratulations. So please, sometime in the next day, get in contact with me. Down below, I'll put my Instagram channel, which you can go on and give me a private message, or I'll have my email address, either one. So Glock Gaston, you have won it. Well done. And sort of once a month, I'm now going to start doing that sort of giveaway. So I'll build up a nice wee pack for you. I don't know where you live, but it'll be going wherever you live. Close but no extremely sliced banana. Did Glock Gaston get that all right that he'd won? I'm probably not pronouncing his name very well there. It was just flying up through. Let me know, Glock, if you got. I would take it as probably American with Glock in the title, being as we get arrested for having guns over here. We have a bad reputation for them. Cabin man, that was fun. Good man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's something different, and you get it. There he is. It's Glock Gaston. I was right. I'm in the US, so give it to someone in the. No. It's open to anybody. Now, if you don't want it, I can certainly redraw it, but no, it's open to anywhere. I post to anywhere. Look, I've been very, very fortunate in my adventure that I've been given knives, cheap, expensive ones from people in the US. They have supported me, and Canada and other places around the world. They have supported me when I didn't have the money. I'm retired now. I didn't have the money to buy knives. I was supported amazingly well, and especially from across the water. So I have no problems now. I've got pensions. I've got wee bits and pieces recently, and I can afford to do it now. And it's a pleasure to give it out. An absolute pleasure. I say about once a month now I'll do a wee give. I enjoyed that. That was exciting. And I can see who's winning it straight away. So there we go. Get the word out once a month on a Sunday. But I'm not telling you which one, which Sunday. It'll just be once a month on a Sunday, roughly. Gorgeous, go ahead, man. Cool, thanks. All of that. It's funny, some of these comments you are talking amongst yourselves, and I keep trying to read them, and I should be ignoring them. Sounds like a secret agent. Doesn't it, Glock Gaston? I think what a great name for a detective or so. Now, the man maybe is a detective now, and we've let out his secrets. What else have we got in blue knives here to show you? There's one of my favourite, the Ganzo F21. This is the stunner. Best value for money on a medium sized knife. That would be my small knife. This will be my medium knife. Best value for money on the planet as far as I'm concerned. This is the Ganzo in D2 that was checked, and it was 61.2 or something on the Rockwell scale. It's been cut tested. It is just stunning. Stunning, stunning knife, and about $20. What do you just cannot beat that. That to me, I just love that knife. Let's move my wee heart favourite over there. As you can see now, I'm building up a pattern of blue knives. Do I have any Victorinox? Do you know, I don't, I have, no. I don't at the moment, but shamefully, I'm going to get one. I have this lovely one that was given to me by, um, oh, fella in Germany. I've forgotten his name. This is one of the, what's it? I'm not sure. Is it Boker make? Yeah, it's a little Boker make, which is lovely, really, especially the blade. I think the blade's much nicer than they have on the Swiss Army knives. But yeah, I'm going to get a Swiss Army knife. I haven't got. I should have for the channel, if for nothing else. I would rather carry that than a Swiss Army knife and carry one of my normal knives. That wee Gerber dime, I just love it. Although I would like to get the Leatherman version, the wee, is it Leatherman skirt or something? I'm going to try and get one of those and do a comparisons. Thank you for the lunchtime entertainment. I better get back to the artwork. Look, thank you, Big Red, for joining in. I really appreciate it. Take care, my friend. Oh, it's lovely to get. I know we're not actually speaking, but just that immediate interaction with people, I'm thoroughly enjoying. So, blue. What else? Oh, here's another. Right, this is an absolute cracker. Look at that. That's the big, the rake fang, and it's the P105Q. That is a monster of a big knife. There's your. I'll give you some comparisons. Look at that compared to the Delica. It is just a monster of a big knife. Love this knife. Look at that. And again, look at the contour on the G10. It is beautiful. That's a couple of years old now, that knife. And from the first day I seen it, I think it was JT's Knife Life was showing it at one weekend. He was staying with his parents and he showed this knife and I fell in love with it. And it was gifted to me. It's just a beautiful knife. I don't sell gifted knives or give them away. I love them. I saw that you're live. Chris, how you doing? Good. Well, I hope you got in the giveaway there. Here's another. This is another sort of GearBest one. It's a copy of the Russian ones. Again, I just love the G10. I'm a sucker for blue. Anything with blue on it. This one is absolutely beautiful. I think does it say? I think it says D2, but I'd have my doubts on that. But it does take a fine edge. It really does. And that's all I need. I can get through a day with sharpening. I go on about the sharpening all the time, but I just wish more people would learn to sharpen because it would make their life so nice. I love blue titanium knives. Yeah, I do. They're expensive though. The G10 I tend to go for, and then I'll dye them. I'm now dyeing them blue like this. This was the one I dyed this week and done the wee video on. The Pioneer Farmer. Yeah, the Pioneer is probably the one that I'm going to get. So that's a lovely little one there. What else? This is, again, one of the most underrated knives that came out. There was all a big fuss. This is a steel will. It's in D2. It's been tested. It's a really good high-end D2. Beautiful knife. Beautiful grippy handle. Really much better, in my view, than the Delica. They're about the same size. Not much difference. Bigger cutting edge in this. It's D2 rather than VG10. I just think an all-round much better knife. Much better knife. Good, Jason. That's great. I mean, I enjoy doing them wee videos, wee quick videos. They're so nice to knock out. And they dispel a lot of myths. Because when I came around, I was frightened to do anything with knives. in case I would have ruined them. And I like of doing writ dye and things like that, and getting now I just like blue, which is why, I would do most of mine in blue. Here's another one. The Jonas over at Estee Norman there. He gave me this wee CH knife. Now this company's a Chinese company. Look at that carbon fibre. Isn't that just beautiful? And look at the back of it. That's the titanium, blue titanium. And if I bring that up close, look how well that is knurled on the back. Isn't that just beautiful? And the cow's leg, I just think that pocket clip is amazing. Well, I think it's a pig's leg because it's like a wee squat piggy knife. It's an absolute beauty. But somebody asked for a blue carbon or titanium. Not, I mean, that wouldn't be over expensive. I'm sure it's not for free, but it'll be well under £100. I would have thought for one of those. The CH are usually very well priced. Ever had a knife break on me? Yeah, lots of cheap ones. We used to get the touristy knives when I was small, when I was younger, and they were just absolute rubbish. Probably much like you would get in Walmart now. You would get them at $3 and $4. There's one of my favourite little um, knives. This is the Rat 2 and D2, which is just phenomenal. Whether it's in DT or Oz 8 like they used to be, but I dyed this. This was green, and I dyed this blue last week, and it just came out absolute sweet. I love this now. Love it. Justin over at Blue Collar Survival. He should get one of them. He would like the blue, I think. He's got the green one. He should dye his and get a nice blue one. Now, what else have we got? I think we're on to my last. Oh, I showed you that wee one. That's just the wee bird knife. So, there's most of my blue knives out. I have another couple of the big ones there that I put back, but that's most of my blue knives. What's all your favourite colours, or am I just freaky that I like a colour? Can you dye black G10? Chad, I wouldn't have thought so. Yeah, Justin, I think you would like the blue. That sapphire blue that I got in the writ there is just, you can judge it yourself as you're doing it. It gets so many different colours. Blue's your favourite, Chad. Red. Of course, yes, you done the red, didn't you, on the, what did you do that on? I know it was like a camo pattern, wasn't it? I mean, what did I do the camo? I done the camo on, where is my camo one? What have you done with my camo one? Oh, on my manly knife, sorry. Yes, I done the blue on the manly knife. And I have a Ganzo. I have the Ganzo on that. I might do this red. I might get a red one and do that one. But that was look at that. That was the same pattern as this, and it just came out so deep and really subtle. So I'm going to try more. I'll probably do that one red. Maybe I'll order it off. I need to order some more. Writ dye. How did hospitalise your mate? He was getting a steel pin taken out of his leg that he'd had in for about 4 years or something. So it was a long operation. He had to get the steel pin removed. It was causing him terrible pain. So we're just hoping that it's going to give him some relief. So when he came out of hospital today, he was in for a couple of days there. Also dyed my green reptilian burgundy. Yes, I think I've seen that as well. I mean, you're one of the ones that instigated me doing this because I just loved the outcome of the knives. And it's not that it really matters because if all else fails, if you dye a colour and it doesn't look good, you can do it black. Do you know what I mean? And it just comes back to black, and everybody likes black. So it's just don't be afraid. Thanks again for this help, Paddy. I don't have an Instagram, so you can do another. You can do. Email me. I'll put the email. Honestly, Glock, there's unless you don't want it, that's fair play. I'll do one next week. If you don't get in contact with me, I'll know you don't want to. But I'll put my email address down below. If you don't, there's no problem. I'll do it again. That's Glock, the fella who won the prize tonight. He was saying do a redraw. If he doesn't want it, that's fine. I'll do it. I'll redo the prize next week. We'll do the same one if he doesn't contact me. But I would like him to contact me because it's nice if you enter something to get the prize. Can you anodize tie at home? I can't. I've no idea. You've got to use electric for that. I don't think I would ever do that because I really would be frightened. I'm not on that wealth scale that titanium scales was something I would try and maybe wreck because I don't know how easy it is to fix them again. You need to get on Instagram. That one second on the right is nice. Second on the right. This one here. Is that the one there, Dave, that you're talking about? Yeah, Chad's just come up. It's a 9-volt battery. Yes, I've never tried it. I would need somebody to. I suppose I can go on YouTube and get watch somebody else doing it and maybe have a go. But I don't have an awful lot of titanium knives that are not. What have I got? I've got this lovely one. This is the little Kaiser, and this is the Shoal. This is the small version of the Shoal, an M390. Another beautiful little knife, small but beautiful. You can sneak up if you really want to, but it's just a lovely little small Kaiser. And the M390, it's just, I'm just touching it now. It's that M390, and they just take such a screaming edge. Chad, you learned off YouTube. Yes, maybe I should be listening to my own sort of rabbiting and just try it. But I mean, that knife, it was a gift that was given to me by, who gave me this? I think this was LTK gave me this knife. And it was an expensive knife at the time. I know it was over $200. And I would be petrified of ruining it. I really would. So I don't know whether I would do that. Maybe send it. My friend Nugent, who's on Instagram, he's from Dublin. And I might send this down to him and get it dyed blue for me. I'll get it dyed, get it anodized blue. Beautiful pet. Steve, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm just throwing everything. This is my blue collection. Bedtime, Paddy. Wheaton zombies, good night. Zombies sleeping at night time. My goodness, what's going on? Yous are not the same as you were when I was kids. When I was kids, when I was a child. Yes, Macca, it's just my blue knives. That would be my favourite colour for knives. Paddy, who was that now? Paddy, you want me to call in with a bag of knives for you to review? Adventure Outdoors UK. Whereabouts are you, Adventure Outdoors, roughly? I know I don't want your address on here, but whereabouts are you, roughly? Adventure Outdoors. I'm sure I have spoke to you. Do you know, honestly, you'll have to excuse me. I speak to that many people on a weekly basis. I am terrible for remembering uh, up the road. Look, what I'll do is I'll get in contact with you um, this week, and we'll arrange a meet up anyway. You can come down to the house and bring a bag of knives with you, and the two of us will pick a day the wife's working, and the two of us can sit and talk a lot of old nonsense and have a cup of tea. That would be good. I would look forward to that. Really would look forward to that. So I'll get in contact with you this week, promise. And when I promise, I normally always do it. I'm so bad. Honestly, this channel is now, we're getting near on 4,000 subs. And honestly, I'm really glad of it that it is talkative people. Absolutely so many. Just keeping up with the correspondence sometimes can, I spend an awful lot of time sometimes. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't want it any other way. You're not right. No, I definitely would love that. I've never met anybody else that likes knives, so it would be lovely. I bring Yorkshire tea. You will not, sir. It's Nambarry or nothing. None of that old fancy English tea. I would look forward to that. I really would. It'd be lovely to look at other people's knives. I say this. That's just. I see Benchmade have come out with another one now, very similar to this, but with a tanto blade and a longer handle, more for the police or whatever. And it looks really nice too. I'll not be getting it, mind you, because I would have no need for it. This is a real hot little baby. Now, tanto knives. Does anybody like tanto knives? The bailout, yes, Justin, that's right. It looks really nice. It's not something I'm going to need to buy, I don't think. But Jason Clark, thank you for all the videos. Enjoy them. Gotta go. Jason, thank you so much for coming on. You made my night. Don't forget, come next week. There could be another giveaway next week. Some saying they're not fans of Aaron. There's that old Yorkshire tea. It's not real though. Just you have to get real. Nambari is the only tea. Now, where are we? Where did this go? In here. I'm trying to put them away now. It's getting near. I think God, we've just gone over the hour. Unless you've got any questions you would like to ask me. Um, Depends on the design for me. Well, I've just got into Tantos this year, because a very nice man sent me this knife as a gift, and my goodness, can you get some work done with it? The Code 4 in Tanto. What? It's just a beautiful big knife. Full stop. I never thought. I'm not really a big knife person, but this is just a beast. An absolute beast. Look at the tip on that. It's just an absolute beast. Beautiful, beautiful grind on it. Looks good for a home invasion. It does. Yes, I would have yous all round for a wee cup of tea. CRKT Ruger have nice little knives. Never really come across any of them. I love CRKT. I mean, I've got quite a few of their knives, but the CRKT Ruger, that's the gun brand, isn't it? Ruger. Funny, when I came around the knife channel, a lot of people were warning us off going with gun knives. The gun companies who get their knives made for them by CRKT saying, don't get them, they're never any good. And I don't know whether that's been in my head. I don't normally listen to other people because I like to buy what I like and I see that I like in front of me. But strangely enough, as you're saying it, I don't have any gun branded knives in my collection. Good night, Dave. All the very best. May you sleep all the way through the night. At your age, I doubt it, man. You'll need a pee. Love you, Dave. Now, I'm going to go, folks, to say, unless there's any other questions very quickly, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for the taking part in the wee competition tonight. If Glock doesn't get back to me, I'll do one next week. The same sort of thing. Maybe a different question, but we'll try it up. We'll shake it up. Take care. Thank you very, very much. All the very best. Bye. Take care. Good night, Menace with Knives. Thanks for coming in. Chad, take care. Mika, Aaron, good night. Thank you very much indeed for joining in. Super Steel Steve, you missed it all. And boy, did you miss it. There was nude women and everything here tonight. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Gorgeous George. Sorry, Steve, we're just finishing up. Freddie, cheerio. Good night. Take care, my friend. I haven't seen your videos this weekend. I don't know, you must be working, were you? Or maybe it's up tonight. I haven't seen it. I'll check when I come off here. Jonas, I'll give you a wee text in about 10 minutes. Rhino, bye-bye. Oh, there's Jonas there. Blade Banter, oh, sorry. Look at that, still live. We're just literally closing up, mate. I'm really sorry. It's been a long day here. It's Mother and Sunday over here in the UK, and as I said, I'd been to my daughter's for dinner with my wife, and I came back and I fell asleep to about 15 minutes before this. I nearly slept through it. Right, take care, everybody. I'm away. Thank you so much for joining in. Bye now.